English step by step. Pronunciation and spelling. Vowels. A and E. Step 1. This video is one of a series of videos in which I talk about the pronunciation and spelling of the sounds of English. Now, the sounds of English can be represented by phonemes like this: E, I, O, U. Now, in this video, we're looking at two phonemes. We're looking at E and A. If you want to see all of the phonemes explained in one video, please watch my overview video about the pronunciation and spelling of English. You can find the link in the comments section below. So now let's look at two of these sounds, two of these phonemes, A and E. Now, A is an easy one to remember when it comes to spelling because we always use the letter A, as in bag, mat, mantle, cattle, hat, family. So all of these have the letter A representing the sound A. Now the other phoneme is E, and normally this sound is spelled with the letter E, as in beg, met, mental, kettle, left. But there are irregular spellings, and some of them are quite common. For example, bread. And you can see we spell this with EA. Bread. Another very common word is head. So there are also irregular spellings like the A in many, and also AI in said. Another common word is friend, which has the spelling IE for this sound. And then we have EI as in leisure. But these spellings are not very common, so you have to memorize these spellings because we use them a lot when we're writing. So now you can practice these sounds and spellings by doing a listening exercise with writing. So a listening and writing exercise using these sounds with individual words and sentences. So you can find a piece of paper and write a list 1 to 15. Now 1 to 10 are individual words. 11 to 15 are sentences. And all of these words and sentences contain these two phonemes, A and E. So think about the spellings when you write these words and these sentences. So let's start now. Listen and write. Number 1, land, land. Number 2, gas, gas. Number 3, flash, flash. Number 4, spanned, spanned. Number 5, marry, marry. Now, the spellings of those words should be easy because they all contain the letter A. There are no irregular spellings for this sound. Now, the next sound is E, so there are some irregular spellings. Number 6, lend, lend. 7, guess, guess. 8, flesh, flesh. 9, spend, spend. 10, pleasure, pleasure. So now let's continue with 5 sentences. Listen and write and think about the spelling. Number 11. He put the egg in the bread and had a sandwich. He put the egg in the bread and had a sandwich. 12. Jenny got married at the end of January. Jenny got married at the end of January. 13. He has an extra bed for guests and friends. He has an extra bed for guests and friends. 14. He went to the leisure centre to relax. He went to the leisure centre to relax. 15. He guessed where the treasure was. He guessed where the treasure was. You can pause here, go back in the video, check the sounds and check your spelling. So that brings us to the end of this step 1 video on the vowels A and E. You can move on to the step 2 video to check your answers to the practice exercise and check your spelling. If you like the content of this video, please click like and subscribe, and you can request a lesson in the comments below. And you can watch the other videos in this series on pronunciation and spelling, and you can watch the overview video to see all the phonemes in English sounds and spelling.